Hey, this is Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle and TNA wrestler, and you're listening to the STS Radio Show. Oh, it's real. It's damn real.
Are you ready?
Do I have everybody's attention now?
Welcome to STS Radio.
You just wait and see how far we're gonna go.
Because regular radio fucking sucks.
Oh, yeah. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of STS Radio. I'm Andrew Moss. With me, as always, Bruce Gates.
Hey.
Hey, now.
How you doing, sir?
Doing all right, man. I'm doing all right, all things considered. Apparently there's more fucking snow on the way, which I'm not happy about, but, what am I going to do about it? And the fucking Devils lost last night to the goddamn Bruins. I can't be happy about that either.
Oh, wow.
Oh, fuck you. Fuck you. Before that game, they were 8 points away from the last wild card spot.
Oh, wow.
Fuck. Anyway.
Oh, shit. And what's the deal with Brodeur nowadays? Didn't he, leave the Blues?
Brodeur's retired.
He's retired.
He's retired.
That's...
He's retired, but he's still under contract with the Blues, and he didn't want to just be like, oh, we'll see you guys. So he's working in their office. I forget what his title is. It's something having to do with player personnel or something like that, or
That's cool.
Assistant to somebody or whatever have you. So he's going to be doing that for the rest of the year, and then chances are he's either going to stick around in St. Louis in that same position, or he's going to be going back to Jersey to work in their office, which would be great.
That would probably make more sense since most of his career was there.
Well, not only that, but he fucking knows what the hell he's doing. It would be great.
It's kind of weird that he went to the Blues in the first place, in my opinion.
In a sense, not really. Because, at the time their top goaltender was hurt, and they're just like, look, we need to bring in somebody that's fucking cheap, somebody that we know can play a few games, and let our backup and teach our young backup a thing or two. So they signed Marty for 1 year for $700,000 or something like that.
Hmm.
So, the Blues got what they wanted, and Brodeur got what he wanted, which was, he got to play.
Yeah. Just not in such a high capacity, obviously.
Right.
Because he was sort of the Devils' go-to, wasn't he? He was their main goaltender, or was he a backup for them?
No, he was their main goaltender, dude.
That's what I thought.
Dude, he was their main goaltender for over 20 years.
Which is kind of absurd, considering, how old he had gotten and everything. And
yeah.
But... if that's your best goaltender, that's your best goaltender.
Yeah. The fucked up part is, if there were no, lockouts or owner strikes or player strikes or anything like that, man, he would be at probably around, 750 wins for his career.
Hmm.
But, instead, because of those, he's got 691. Which, granted, is leaps and bounds above anybody else that's ever played the fucking game, but... that's...
Where does he stand as far as years played as a goalie?
As far as years played, he's number one as far as I know.
Do you know what the person behind him is?
It's probably Patrick Waugh. He's probably short by about 5 years, I think.
Because I know that he actually beat most of Patrick Waugh's records. So.
Oh yeah. Yeah, not only
I don't know if he beat all of them, though, did he?
I don't know. I think there's some records that Patrick Waugh still has that Brodeur didn't break, but pretty much if there was a goaltender record, he pretty much just shattered it.
Yeah.
Most shutouts in a playoff. Pardon me. Yeah, it was most wins in a playoff or something like that. I just. He had the lowest save percentage for a while, and then I think Tim Thomas broke that one.
Yeah, and actually, I thought he broke the most shutouts in a playoff as well. Maybe Brodeur has more in the playoffs, period. I know many playoffs.
Well, I know he's got more in the Stanley, more than anybody in the Stanley Cup, because you got to win 4 games to win the Stanley Cup, and he had 3 fucking shutouts.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I still think it's funny. Like, everybody was all over my fucking dick going, oh yeah, see that Tim Thomas? He's the best ever. He's going to be better than Brodeur. And I'm just like, dude, give him like 2 years. You guys are going to be talking about somebody else. And you're going to be going, oh, he's a fucking bum. He's a piece of shit. Sure enough, what happened? 2 years later, he's a bum. He's a piece of shit. Get him out of here. He's distracting the team. Tuukka Rask is the fucking future. He's going to be better than Brodeur. I was like, did you motherfuckers not learn from the last time?
That's only because he opened his mouth, though, and got political. And I wonder what would happen if that didn't happen. Because then he did the whole, like, take a year off thing, and then he fucked off, so...
Well, then he came back.
I've always stood by Thomas. I don't really like Tuukka Rask, to be honest. He's okay, but he's not Tim Thomas.
Yeah, but then again, Tim Thomas had, like, what, 1-2 good years?
Yeah, well, that's kind of his problem, is he was kind of bouncing all over the place. Like, he went and played at, what was it, Finland or some shit, like... Played back here. Then he took a year off. Yeah,
he took a year off. He played for the Florida Panthers for a year because they're like, oh, this will put asses in the seats. And everybody's like, yeah, but you're the Florida Panthers.
It just seems like he doesn't even really know what he wants to do. You know?
Nah.
I don't know. Because he's just moving all over the place. And I don't think he's even playing now, is he? Because he was with the Panthers, but then I think he got traded or some shit.
Yeah, no, I think he might have retired. Like,
did he retire?
He might have retired, like, just quietly. Either that or he's still on the free agent market and nobody's fucking touching him.
Huh. That's the problem with him in particular, is that, I mean, he was, I think, about as old, maybe a little bit younger than Brodeur, but he started later in the game than Brodeur, so his records are obviously not nearly as good.
Yeah. But, I mean...
But that's because of, like, getting started later in the game more so than anything else.
Yeah,
in my opinion, I'd be curious to see what would happen if he had started at the same time, like rewind, 20 years or something.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, it's to me, it's one of those things where, you know what, man, like, yeah, he got all political, but like, all right, let's put politics aside for a second.
But that's the thing, people didn't.
Yeah, I know people didn't, but I'm just saying, you know what? Let's put politics aside for a second. It's. I think the way it rubbed people was, like, it wasn't, like, what he was saying, like, all right, everybody's entitled to political beliefs, but it was, like, kind of like how he did it. Like, he
not showing up at the White House.
Yeah, because, I mean, you know what, man? I'm willing to bet, like, if he, like, kept it on the down low, it was just like, no, that's not my place to be. I don't think people would have given him as much shit, but he made a fucking spectacle out of it, and, credit the media with this, too. Like, they fucking... like, drove it and made it bigger than really what it could have been.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, based on that, everybody was just like, you know what, man, he's kind of being like a self-centered asshole right now, and you know what, I don't want to fucking play with this guy.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely don't think he should have brought politics into it. I think he just should have, like, grinned and bared it and just, did the whole, like, smile for the camera shit. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
I get it. You have your personal beliefs, fine, but, like, this just isn't the place for it.
Exactly. Like, you got to pick your moments, you got to pick your battles, and just remember, sometimes it's not what you say, but how you say it.
Right. And also remember that, you get paid to play hockey.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, not only that, you get paid very well to play hockey.
Right. Like, your living is playing hockey, sir. So
exactly.
How much do your personal politics really matter in that right now?
Exactly. And again, man, it's just, everybody was like, hey, he's the greatest ever. 2 years later, like, oh, he's a fucking bum. He's a piece of shit. I was like, dude, guys, 2 years ago, you were like, suck this guy's dick if he walked into your house. And now you're just like, oh, he's a fucking bum. He's a piece of shit. Well, it's he's not quite all there in the head, and he's kind of slacking lately. I'm like, yeah, but again, you guys remember how much shit you were giving me, saying this guy was gonna be better than Brodeur, better than Patrick Waugh, and I'm sorry, like, this guy's not even better than fucking Ron Hextall. Okay, and I gladly, I would say, if I had a choice between the both of them in their prime, I would take Hextall overall.
See, I disagree, but it does say something about Thomas that he can't keep his politics out of his game.
Yeah.
That's not a good sign.
Exactly. And
that's just not really the kind of person you want in the locker room. Although I've heard some things about Brodeur that would make me not want him in my locker room necessarily.
Well, like cheated on his wife, yeah. I know.
No, not even that. I mean, that's his personal life. But like you mentioned before, how like he'll quiz players on like tapes and stats and things like that. And I get it that like he's wicked into it and shit like that. But some people are just in it because they enjoy it or for whatever reason. So I don't know. I'd hate to be like continually grilled by the guy, kind of.
Right,
or
but
feel like I have to elevate myself because of this guy.
Right. But I mean, let's say you're a young rookie on the team and whatnot, and again, you're getting paid to play hockey. Like you're getting paid to play hockey, you're getting paid to work out, you're getting paid to do like player appearances and all that shit. And you're even getting paid to do like fucking interviews on the radio.
Mm-hmm.
It's insane. I remember, I think it was this guy was the Red Sox shortstop for a bit. I forget his fucking name, but I remember
man. No, I'm kidding.
No. I forget what the guy's name was, but apparently we were paying him. I think it was like, I think ZLX was paying him somewhere in the ballpark of like $75,000 or something like that for like 15 radio interviews.
Whew.
I'm just like, that is just holy shit, dude. Like granted, like people will be like, oh, it's only $75,000. Like still, $75,000 is $75 fucking grand. I'm not turning that down. I don't think you are either.
Right, and that's just to sit there and talk.
Exactly. Not only talk, you're getting on for like 5-7 minutes tops. Tops.
And you're talking about yourself, like
exactly,
your personal life and shit.
Yeah, or like, hey, what was going on with Big Papi in the third inning of the other night? Oh well, I don't know. I'm sure when he wants to talk about it, he'll talk about it.
Maybe he just really had to take a shit. I don't know.
Exactly. Fucking Christ, dude.
Here's your $75,000.
Yeah. Thanks for coming in. But I mean, it is fucking crazy.
That is crazy. There's this just kind of like weird celebrity worship thing of our society, though, in general. It's just like they're not human,
Yeah. But you know what?
Up.
But you know what, man? Here's the deal. Like going back to your point about Brodeur, and like the same could be said about like Michael Jordan. Like him and I forget what other player it was, but one of them got into a fucking fist fight, and fucking Jordan like knocked him right in the fucking mouth. And the guy didn't fight back because he's like, all right, if I fight this guy back and he gets hurt, I'm like I'm gonna have a bullseye on my back from the entire city of Chicago.
As the guy who hurt Michael Jordan.
Yeah, like that's the guy that fucking like killed our season because he hurt Michael Jordan. But I mean, Jordan was, even more intense than Brodeur was. Like he would be screaming at guys in the locker room, like, "You guys got to step up. You got to do this. When you see this guy going over here, don't let him fucking go over there. Get over him. Be all over him." Being more fucking intense. And here's Phil Jackson, trying to teach Zen meditation to the team to like calming them down and whatnot. But I mean, it's like what my dad says. It's winning cures everything. If you're on a team and you're winning, and, this guy's being a bit of an asshole, you're just like, all right, you know what? He's an asshole, but you know what? We're fucking winning. Like, we're, because players know if they win, they get more money.
Well, that's true.
So, I'm okay with, him grilling players like, oh, hey, what was the score to that Toronto-Tampa Bay game last night? Like, okay.
I don't know. It was go fuck yourself. And he's like, hey, motherfucker.
Yeah. But I mean, if you're,
I wonder if Brodeur could like throw down, like if he was like beating the shit out of somebody.
Oh, if he could fight?
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know, maybe. I don't think he's ever gotten into like an actual fight in his career, but
yeah, well, goalie fights are kind of rare anyway.
They are kind of rare, but greatest goalie involvement in like anything like really physical though. You got to check out what was it, Dominic Hasek? That guy fucking just took some guy out. Like this guy was going on a fucking breakaway. Hasek like skates right in front of him, does like this like sliding tackle, lands on the ice, takes him out at his feet, and the guy's like flipping over and whatnot.
He does like the Terry Tate tackle.
It wasn't even a tackle. Like he just like kind of slid on the ice and just kind of like took the guy out at his legs. It was fucking hilarious.
That's awesome. He slides into him. He's all like, "You finish the Joe, you make some mo."
The party train is coming.
You can't bring that weak shit up in this hibbity bibbity.
That would be like, you know what? Fuck you right in the neck.